I have been vapor free now for 2 weeks. 3 weeks.
You have not. I don't believe you.
Yep.
Have you really?
And I have. And
is that
it
a
was
thing that you've wanted to do?
Yeah, me and my mom did it together.
Your mom was vaping?
Yeah, she's like a jeweler.
What?
Yeah.
I can't picture it. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't picture mom just blowing sick clouds, bro.
She did. She was fucking right in her living room. So my mom was like, I want to quit my Juul.
Did your dad just look over at her every time, just like,
God damn it.
God damn it. Hey guys, welcome to the Bloody and Sutty show. It's been a minute, but just in case you've forgotten, I am SuttySmash. This guy right here is
hetero life partner of Bloody the Elf, and welcome to the show. For jackasses, by jackasses, with jackasses. Fun show today.
It is. We're catching up. We're catching up with what we've been doing, what's been going on. And
died.
What?
I don't know. It says something about like dodging death.
Yeah, you did. You dodged death.
When? Oh, I got sick.
Oh, yeah, you did. You got sick.
And then we have a new segment today. We're gonna try.
We're gonna give it a go.
We're gonna give it a whirl. I took notes.
We can only hope that it gets us, 10% more viewers, which will make it like one more viewer than we get normally.
No, it wouldn't. Last podcast got 6 views there, Chief. 10% right. Is almost a view.
A fraction of a view.
Uh-huh.
A fraction of one view.
Someone's gonna see it pop up and like look at it and be like,
they'll be like,
nah. Maybe next time though.
They'll think about it seriously though. Like they'll be like,
oh yeah, I should watch that. Maybe. I'm not gonna, but I should. It's like one of those things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Are you buying what I'm selling?
Yeah, amen.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Oh, sniff it, baby. On my end, I don't know if it looks the same on yours, but it does on mine. That I'm making an effort to look in this direction, so that on my in the cast, we're looking at each other.
Oh, really? Okay, I'm not. I'm looking straight at the camera. All right. This is the direction. Okay.
I just
sorry.
Lucas face. Nope, too much. Nope. Nope. Oh, baby. No. Okay. This is why I love us, man. We might kissy face on a fucking computer screen.
We could do it. I mean, we there's the it's there. Like we could get it, and it would look realistic because we're similar size now with my new setup and shit.
Yeah. I think I got it. I think that worked.
I mean, you went further away, I went closer, but it's still...
Well, my camera's at a different angle, and it's hard.
No.
So I can't... Oh, I could have just gone like that, I guess.
Yeah.
Shit's hard, man. Let me work through it.
You know.
This is what we spend time doing. Make it look like we're touching tongues.
Let's figure out the trajectory, the proper trajectory.
But now we know.
Yeah. You
So
know,
if somebody was ever like, listen, if you don't make it look like you're touching tongues on your podcast, your whole family's gonna die. Like, no
it's
fucking
like, we
problem,
got this.
dude. We sorted this shit out weeks ago. These are the things I sit and think about.
That's so stupid.
Yes.
Oh
yes,
my god. Anyway, where were we? What were we talking about before? For virtual kissing.
Virtual kissing. Looking at each other in the cast.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got sick.
You did. Tell us about that. You were concerned that you had the coronavirus.
I did. I got COVID tested. I woke up one day, I couldn't speak, and I had a nice dry cough. Mm-hmm. So if I inhaled at all, I would immediately start choking on nothing, which was fantastic. I'm like gagging on nothing. I would, in the sense that I would cough and nothing would come up or even come loose. So there's like no lung butter. It's just my lungs were super agitated.
Yeah, it's just a dry, unproductive cough. Yeah.
Yeah, and it hurt a lot. And then one night I couldn't breathe. Like I would, anytime I would inhale, I would get that same like choking feeling that I was choking on something, and then would go into. It sucked. So the next day I went and got a COVID test, and not as big a deal as everyone makes it out to be. I mean, I don't speak Japanese.
I mean, it's not comfortable anymore, but it's...
Don't be a pussy. It's not that big a deal. You know what I mean? Can you agree?
I can, yeah.
Did you have one done?
I had a flu test, which is done the same way.
Yeah.
Back when I had what was probably the coronavirus back, before it was that.
When we were joking about it?
Yeah, when we were joking about the coronavirus, and I probably had it. They gave me the flu test, which is just like it's a fucking
Same thing.
a pipe brush goes in the nostril, and they go sip, 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 and then that's it. That's all. That's all she wrote.
So, yeah, and it was not a big deal.
And the most that happens is like, and that's the end of it.
Yeah, pretty much. Do both nostrils real quick.
Yeah.
The guy who did it, mine was very, very pleasant. He was just like, look at me. Look at me. Now, what's funny is a lot of the places will make you do it yourself. And I'm like, really? I don't think I can handle that. Like, at all. Like, yeah, they make you do it on your own. So I had to go and ask around the people who have had the test done. Like, did they make you do it yourself, or did they do it for you? So I need somebody to do it for me. Because I don't think I could. It's like putting in contacts. I couldn't do that.
Really? It's not.
I couldn't. I can't do that. My reflexes are way too like.
But to be fair, if there was a DIY video, I would probably perform a circumcision on myself just so I didn't have to go see somebody for it. It's like, no, I got this. I'll be fine.
I'm like that about certain things, and other things I'm not.
Circumcision probably real low on that list.
Probably pretty low. Like at least 7, maybe even 8.
That's way higher than I thought it would be, but yeah.
I mean, I don't do much, so it's pretty low.
But yeah,
anyway, I don't have COVID.
Your test came back
next
negative.
day.
Yeah. Yeah, next day, and you didn't tell me till like 3 days after that. So I'm sitting here.
Yeah, completely forgot to mention it to you.
I'm sitting here like, oh man, is my best friend okay? Is my best friend okay? Is he gonna die? And he doesn't give a shit. He's like, I'll tell Sutty later.
I forgot. I just forgot to mention it. I didn't really suspect that I had it either.
I didn't think you did either, but
I just was better safe than sorry.
I was concerned.
It was free too. I didn't have to pay for it. Like,
which is the best. This is the best kind of
love
tests.
Insurance.
Yeah, insurance is great when it does the right thing.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So it was good. What else happened to me? So Death cheated again.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I've seen Final Destination. I know how this works.
Yeah.
It's coming back. It's coming back. You're gonna die of tetanus.
Mm-hmm. Probably. Like I'm gonna step on like a staple outside. Like that's how I go out.
Yep. God, that'd be the worst. We take for granted the fact that that's how people died sometimes. Like Jack Daniels, the guy who made Jack Daniels, do you know how he died?
I don't know the story of Jack Daniels.
He died of gangrene because he kicked his safe because he was so frustrated with it because it wouldn't open with his combination that he entered drunkenly that he kicked it. That injury went septic and he got gangrene and he died.
Damn.
Which is easily treatable now, but like back then he was like, God damn it, piece of shit. And then
that's what took him out.
That's what took him out. His fucking safe. It's like, ooh, that's rough.
I did not know that. The more you know.
Boom, 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 boom.
God damn, I love us.
Yep. That was perfect.
Okay, so let's talk about, real quick, a difference in opinion on a movie that we just saw. You just watched it.
Oh, Host?
Loved it.
Let's talk about it, yeah. It was okay. It was good. It was
First
good.
of all,
it was
quick timeout. I love movies like that. That's like my favorite kind. It's a Host is go ahead. I'm so sorry. I just interrupted the shit out of you, and I felt that
no, feel free.
And it wasn't necessary at all.
You really didn't. I wasn't saying anything of meaning, anything of import. So feel free. Say what you're going to say. You love movies like that.
Found footage films. I think they're my favorite, and like the ones that are like the webcam ones. I thought it was fun. The entire movie is a Zoom meeting call.
Here's the thing: when that movie started. And I knew that's what it was. I knew that's what it was when we started it up. But I've done so many fucking Zoom meetings lately that when I started, I'm like, oh shit, I don't know why this is open right now.
That's like funny.
I scrambled to shut my Zoom down because I thought it just opened a meeting randomly. I'm like, there's no way. I set a meeting at like 8 o'clock at night. No fucking way. But I didn't. And it was just a fun movie. I'm just an idiot. Yeah.
I like you, but it was fun because it's short. The whole movie, including credits, is 56 minutes long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's a short film, but it is not very long. So it's just straight to the point.
It wasn't bad. Fulgrim, welcome in. But no, it wasn't bad. I didn't say it was bad by any means. I like found footage films as well. But the way that you hyped it up when you talked to me about it was, this is the best horror movie I've seen in that I can remember. And I was like, is it though? Like it's good, but I wouldn't rank it up as like the best horror movie that I've seen.
Not the best horror movie I've ever seen. Definitely not. But it is the best horror movie that I've seen that was released this year.
This year, maybe.
What else has come out?
That's the point, though, is what... I have one. The Invisible Man. The Invisible Man was great.
Is that the one with the chick from the
Handmaid's Tale?
No. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Is that the one? Okay. I know what you're talking
that one's
about.
very good. He is, the other person from that is actually from the Haunting of the man, the Invisible Man is the dude from Haunting of Hill House and the Bly Manor.
Which guy is he in Bly? Since I'm watching that now.
The Scottish guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Peter, I think his name is in there. Peter.
Absolutely splendid.
That was so annoying. That part of it was like, can you not? What episode are you at in there? Oh, but anyway,
Maybe.
sorry. Let's go back.
Host is, where did you find it? Did you find it through legal means, or did you kind of
Nope,
go around
sure
backdoor
didn't.
that one?
Well, I went. I went
it's
my primary and straight in the back door.
It's a Shudder original, which I am a subscriber to. It's $4.99 a month, and it's like Netflix of just horror movies.
You can also get it on Amazon for a couple bucks if you wanted to see it. But it's not bad. I do recommend it if you like found footage films or horror films. There are points. It didn't have the best budget, like the largest budget, and it was very apparent for some of the things. Like, there were some parts of it where things were very static, like when Teddy was going up the stairs and you saw that thing that was just pointed out and it's like,
yeah.
But
like
it was just like that. But it did its job. It served its purpose, and it was
quick and easy.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
It was a wham bam thank you officer experience.
Some of the things that people did in the movie were frustrating, as you would expect with a horror movie. You're like, this stupid bitch. Like, I found myself saying that quite a few times, like, this fucking bitch. You idiot. You stupid idiot.
Something I liked about it too is that it was slightly relatable because it is in the universe as we see it now.
Yeah, it's it's COVID
mid-COVID,
mid-COVID
everybody's Zoom meeting and stuff, and when the one girl goes to like run away, she puts a mask on and takes off. I'm like, I have that mask.
That wouldn't be my first priority if there's shit throwing me into a wall. I'd be like, fuck a mask. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
COVID be damned. But what are you gonna do?
I enjoyed that.
But speaking of segues, we started watching the Haunting of Bly Manor, which is the second iteration from the same creators of Haunting of Hill House. Haunting of Hill House being fucking fantastic.
Oh, it was real
good.
It was unsettling. Like, I'm like, I don't like looking at that. There were points of it where I'm like, ooh, no, I don't. My brain wants me to close my eyes. It was one of those movies where you want to be like, ooh, no. Oh, yeah, like the neck girl.
Oh, the
what was her name?
The bent neck lady. Yeah. So when you watch through that, you're like, oh god. The Haunting of Bly Manor doesn't have as many of those.
I don't know if it ever had it.
No.
Okay, I'm also like 5 episodes in.
It has a couple, but not as many. There was that, and the bowler hat guy, the fucking, or the top hat man. I don't remember what his name was. From the Hill House one, where it was just his back and the fucking, he was all lanky and he had his hat and shit. He was very unsettling as well, just to watch.
Didn't like him at all.
It's the same actors, right? In the Bly Manor, for the most part. There's some new ones that come in as well. It's still very good. I finished it today, or Marie and I both finished it today. It was good. Not as good as the first one. Not as good as Hill House, but it was still enjoyable. Like, it does for an episode and a half fall completely off the rails, and you're like, what the fuck is happening?
That's where I'm at now. When I'm like, I don't.
After that, right? Like, you have to power through that portion of it. That portion where you're like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. And then about that whole episode and then half of the next episode, it all comes right back together, and you're like, oh shit. This is a fucking thing. This explains everything that I just fucking watched. So it all ties it right back together, and then finishes out the story after that. So I mean, it's if you can get through that little bit, that little part, then it comes together pretty nicely.
I have a question for you, and I really want to know this without having to watch all of it through. I want to know if I'm right about something, and I think you can tell me. And if it's a spoiler, it's going to be a spoiler for you and me, but not for anybody else who's not watched the show.
Sure.
Is the boy the guy?
Which guy?
The boy the guy. Is he Peter?
Sometimes.
I fucking knew it immediately. Episode 2, I even mentioned it to James. I'm like, he's the guy. That's the guy. Look at the way he's got his hand in his pocket and he's talking. And I'm like, that's fucking him.
Sometimes. And that actually ties together a lot of the confusing shit that you're watching right now. Like the episode that you're on. I don't
understand Hannah right now.
I know.
I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Okay, so you're at the point where she's interviewing, what's his name, a few times?
Zombie guy, yeah.
Okay. Power through that episode. Halfway through the next episode, it'll be like, oh, fuck me. Like, holy shit. And it'll all get in there. You'll.
Is it just her remembering it?
Yes and no. Like, yeah, she's remembering it, but she's also experiencing that again. Like,
I just have to get through it.
Yeah, you got to get through it. It's difficult to explain.
I had a lot of predictions, and I wanted to know if I was right or not.
That part,
even James was like, "You're pretty much right all the time, so it's probably it." I'm like, I am right all the time.
But yeah, man, we went to, I took the family to the beach in the time that we've been gone, actually.
Let's talk about your beach adventure.
So we needed to get out of the house. We've been in the house for a long time. We needed to get out. So we decided to take the family out to San Diego and get, all the kids in the water and the beach and whatnot. And, Maria and I were both really excited to have Samara and Liara get in the water, Aiden as well. But so we got there, did the drive. The drive wasn't that bad. It was like almost 5 hours, and the kids did really well. And then we did the hotel. Then the next day we did the beach, and we got to the beach, and man, some of the houses that are next to the beach are real shitty. Like, we were trying to find parking and shit, and the driveways were so fucking narrow. It's like, how does anybody live in this? And then looking at the houses, it looks like Section 8 housing in Arizona. But those things are probably like $400,000 because they are on the beach. Like, you could take a hard piss, like push a little bit, and you hit sand. And we ended up, and then there was this one guy, man. We were driving down the road, and because in California, smoking weed is just legal. Like, it's just legal all the time. Yeah. So there's this guy. He looks like weed isn't the only thing that he did. He dabbled in meth, I think, a bit. Yeah. And we pulled the car up to
Bob Marley's next song
to a red light, and he's just like, he was looking right in the window, and Marie's like, he's looking at you hard, and I looked over and he's like, I'm like, yeah, that looks a bit methy. Like, he did a little of that at some point in the last like hour. Yeah. But we got out to the beach. It was a good time. We took a stroller. There were lots of people. There were a lot of people there. And we got the kids on the beach. We had to like manually carry the stroller out onto the beach because the wheels don't take to the sand. It just sinks.
They do not.
Yeah. So we carried it over there.
It just goes in.
Yeah.
God damn it.
So we carried it over there, and then I had this expectation, right? I had this vision of how that was gonna go. I was thinking like, Samara is gonna be so excited, and she's gonna get down and run around in the waves and the water. We're gonna build sand castles and shit. Like, it's gonna be a blast. That didn't happen. So I got Samara out there to where the water came in, and she was just immediately terrified. Like, she was petrified of the water. And Samara loves swimming. Like, she likes baths, she likes swimming. I think she doesn't like water coming at her, because she doesn't like showers, and she definitely didn't like the fucking ocean, like with the waves coming at her and whatnot. I tried just setting her on the beach to show her that it was going to be okay, and she did that kid thing where, like, when you try to set them down, their legs go boop. She's like, nope, not touching that at all. And so she sat in the stroller and just ate beans and rice from a very mediocre Mexican restaurant that we went to in San
Rice
Diego.
and beans.
Yeah, and she fell asleep there.
¿Cómo se dice rice and beans en español?
Arroz con frijoles.
Simón.
Yeah. Yeah. But Liara's 5 months old, so she'll just go wherever the fuck you put her, you know. So I put her feet in the water, and she just looked at me. She's like, "It's kind of cold." Like, that was it. Like, she was just whatever. And Marie and I got in the water, and we were like kids. Like, I was body surfing. I was body surfing waves into the shore and shit. And then she was with Aiden, and Aiden was real tentative about the water also. Like, it's funny. I got a lot of pictures of him where he's like, the waves would hit him at like shin length, and he's like putting his arms up and whatnot. I'm like, all right, well, fucking, at least he's in there. At least we didn't drive all this fucking way for nobody to get in the fucking water.
Yeah. It's just you too.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it was pretty good. And then we drove back, and it was I got burnt a little bit. I spent a little too much time in the sun.
A little crispy.
Yeah, a little crispy, but it wasn't bad, man. I enjoyed it.
A little crunchity.
Yeah.
Peanut buttery taste. Are you a walking Butterfinger?
Don't lay a finger on my Butterfinger. But yeah, man,
I remember those commercials.
All the Simpsons commercials.
Yeah, they were always Bart Simpson.
But yeah, dude, it was good. It was a good time. It was good to get away from shit for a little bit, you know. And it wasn't the most expensive thing that we did, you know, like the most expensive thing that we could have done.
A lot of options, and that was not a bad one.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I was happy with it. But yeah, man, that's really all that I've been up to. It's been that and work, and then nothing else, really.
Same. I've just been work. So I have a lot of extra time on my hands. So I started doing a reselling all of my.
Oh yeah.
I started the Poshmark sales, and it's incredibly time consuming. Like, it's work. And
you sent me a good number of clips about it. I'm gonna put one right here, right now.
Right now. RSQ Manhattan high-rise jeans.
Wasn't that funny?
Go ahead. It was.
I'm funny. I have like so many of those of me just doing dumb shit like that. Because it always starts off like something like that. Like, I'll get in there, I'm getting amped up and excited, and I get to do like, let me put on a little Aborted, let me put on a little Thy Artist Murder or whatever. Tonight I did that. I worked for, I think, like 6 or 7 straight hours on it. And then by the end, I was listening to Enya. Swear to God. I'm like, I can't handle this anymore. I've got to slow down. Like, I'm getting a headache. So a package of Advil and a Yanni song or two later, I was starting to feel a little bit relaxed. I'm like, ugh, too much.
That's amazing.
But yeah, made some sales. Made some
sales. Just
I
making
had some
sales.
shit. I had to go and buy a printer because I didn't have one of those. You know how webcams are inflated in price right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the fuck are printers. Really bad. Like, you can't buy one for under $100 anymore.
Yeah, but you got one off of like OfferUp or whatever, right?
Goddamn right. Because a lot of offices are closing.
Yeah.
So I got one used off OfferUp. I got like a $300 and some odd printer. That's fucking amazing for like $50.
Look at you.
Yeah, I'll take that. It even has like a tray of paper, and it kicks out, and I just do it straight from my phone. What a time to fucking be alive.
Here we are.
Look at us. But yeah, selling shit,
Yeah. Proud of you.
So do you got anything else for me?
No, that's it. I'm ready to. You ready for some This Week in Dumb? Hear about some stupid people doing stupid things.
Do you want to do This Week in Dumb, or do you want to do
your
Bloody's abortion?
Oh, do Bloody's abortion, man. Do the new one.
All right.
So
abortion is a murder. Murder.
All right, this is it. We're gonna try a new segment right now.
Now.
You are continuously frustrated with me because you frequently are asking me about movies I've seen, and I am frequently telling you no, I've never seen that movie over and over again.
It's basically the worst.
Mainly because I'm too busy watching absolute
really shit movies,
fucking movies, and enjoying it. The running kind of joke in my family is that if it's a really good movie, Bloody's never fucking seen it because he's not interested in good. He's interested in shit. So every week now, or at least we're gonna try this out and see how it goes. I'm gonna present to you Bloody's abortion film of the week. And this one is, do you remember a movie from like 2005 or 4? Do you remember Piranha 3D?
Oh, yeah, I absolutely do, yeah.
Did you know that one was actually certified fresh? Like, critics fucking love that movie.
No, it wasn't.
Did you know that they made a second Piranha movie? Piranha 3 Double D.
I didn't know that's what it was called.
That's what it's called. And let me give you the synopsis of this film.
Okay.
Having awoken from their spring break extravaganza at Lake Victoria, the swarm of primeval piranhas heads upstream where they look to make a meal out of Big Wet, a local water park where it comes to fun, nobody does it wetter.
Okay.
Though they come to get wet, get loaded, and get some, the staff and patrons get more than they bargained for when they must face the fiercest, most bloodthirsty piranhas yet. Led by the strong-willed and studious Maddie and her friends Barry and Kyle, the trio must dive in and take on these man-eating creatures where every ounce of their being, but can they be stopped? Okay, so aside from the fact that, let's stop and think about this film. The piranhas are attacking a water park.
Yeah.
Where water's chlorinated and fish can't live in that or breathe it. They just die.
Pay that no mind.
Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
There is a scene in this film. Yeah, I know. I just like whatever. There's a scene in this film that I will never stop thinking about, where it's basically Ving Rhames. This is a star-studded fucking film. Like, if you're famous,
Ving Rhames is in this too.
Yeah, he came back from war.
Wasn't he in Sharknado also?
It's kind of like that, where it was like, after like the third one, everybody wanted to be in it because it was like, you're not fucking famous unless you were in a Sharknado movie. Well, fucking Piranha 3 Double D was kind of the same way, where there is just celebrity cameo after cameo after cameo after cameo. And there's a scene where Ving Rhames is trying to get like over his fear of the water, and he's over and over and over again telling himself,
Rhames, actually.
Whatever, I don't know his name.
It's Rhames, not Rhymes. He's Ving not Rhames, a rapper from the 90s.
Not with that attitude, he's not. he keeps telling himself he's not afraid of some punk ass water. Like repeatedly telling himself this.
I ain't afraid of no punk ass water.
And then so he's trying to get in like this lazy river, and he fucking can't get into it because he's just too afraid. And eventually the piranhas attack, and then he's like saying to this guy like, "Go get my legs," because he got him eaten off in the first film. So he brings out his like titanium legs that have like shotguns built into them, and he's like walking around like in the like this lazy river, just shotguns going off and like fish heads flying up in the air. This
That's
isn't
amazing.
just okay. The first installment of this segment, we're not just going to talk about a piece of shit. All right, this is what we're going to qualify as a masterpiece of shit. Like, it was so bad. All right, so what's his name? Gary Busey was in this film.
No,
But-
he wasn't. Was he really?
Gary Busey wasn't. This film wasn't like Gary Busey was just in it, but it was also like it seems like it was also written and directed by him. Absolutely crazy. This enormous fish. I got some jokes written down here. I'm gonna read them to you now. This
Okay.
enormous fish-filled aquarium of tragedy and sadness isn't even so bad it's funny. It's so bad it's legitimately upsetting for every actor who's flushing his or her career down that proverbial toilet. The best acting in this film was done by CGI fish. The only thing you'll gain by seeing this film is a freshly realized respect for the dead, because they're never going to have to witness this fresh hell of a film. Don't see it. It's worse than every part of the Bible. And Steven Spielberg couldn't save this film on his best day.
All right.
It's bad. John Gulager was the director of this one.
Mm-hmm.
Shame on you.
Shame.
And that is your bloody abortion film of the week.
There you go. There it is. So here's future reference, right? I think the bloody abortion film of the week would best go after This Week in Dumb.
Okay, we can move it around.
I think it would be better there, because then we can go This Week in
That's actually a
Dumb.
pretty good segue.
It is. That's
You can
that's
even,
what I mean.
if you want to, you can move that around. You're welcome to. I mean, you don't have to this week, but next week.
I may. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. We'll see how much time I have this week.
Yeah, we'll see.
We will.
I should be able to get you a little asset for that before you actually start cutting
You
this
should
together.
do that.
I'll
Don't
put something
be
together
upset at
for you
you.
tomorrow.
All right, do that. Are you ready for some This Week in Dumb?
Baby, I only had to do one, right?
Yeah. I got two.
I got it.
I got
All right,
two.
I'll go in the middle.
All right.
Lulu, skip to my Lou, Lulu, skip to my Lou, Lou.
Oh, quick timeout
Mm-hmm.
on my side. I fucking love the song that's playing right now. So if I'm dancing, it's because of that, not because
fine.
I'm senile.
Dance like nobody's watching, baby girl.
Oh, well, then in that case, take that shit off. Let's go. Give me a poll.
So, the headline on this one is Woman Nabbed for Lewd Act at 7-Eleven.
Nice.
Patrons at a 7-Eleven in Florida were treated yesterday to a lewd display by a 28-year-old woman who allegedly exposed and pleasured herself near the front doors of the convenience store.
Why not?
You know, YOLO.
It's hot. Sometimes you just gotta handle business.
Police allege that Vanessa Lee Jones did intentionally masturbate while outside at 7-Eleven in St. Petersburg around 11 a.m. on Wednesday.
That's some early morning.
It is. Seen it right. Here you go. Boop. There she is.
Why? I wonder what.
Seen it right. Jones was arrested for lewd and lascivious exhibition, a felony, since she allegedly continuously rubbed her vagina in the presence of a minor. Jones, cops say, was observed by the child's uncle, who video recorded the incident, which was
Good.
he video,
He's gonna want that.
he video recorded the incident.
Wouldn't you have too, though? In his defense.
He's just like, get out of the way, kid. You're in my shot. Like, oh my god, he fucking recorded. He fucking recorded it. I can just picture him just grabbing the kid by the face, like, get out of the way. Fucking. Oh my god.
I think the best part about that story is how funny you thought the story was.
That was so good. Oh, man. That video was then shown to law enforcement. Jones, who denied engaging in any illicit behavior, is locked up in the county jail on a $10,000 bond. In recent months, Jones has been convicted of trespassing in possession of synthetic marijuana. But the uncle just deciding, the fact that they decided that it was a good bit of story to add, that the fucking uncle,
He got it all on camera.
he got everything.
This is the thing. When everyone's walking around with a camera right now ready to roll, this is what
police,
happens.
how many angles do you need? I got them all.
I got two. Over each hand.
Oh, fuck me. God, that was good. All right, go ahead, man.
Dude, I'm gonna have a hard time following that because mine's not nearly that funny. Bro,
Yeah.
look around our rooms, and you and I both have an obvious affinity for RGB. You like RGB?
A little bit.
That little red, green, blue.
Yeah.
It's just treating us right. How about a little RGB for your credit card?
Oh, dope. Let me get on
That's
that.
right.
How do I do that?
Razer has a credit card coming out. And of course, it does have a built-in LED.
Why wouldn't it?
So the new credit
I would
card
expect
that
nothing
simply
less.
is the Razer card is being released in partnership with Visa, and it's very limited, 1,337 or elite user beta into the Singapore market for the next 3 months. The most curious thing is how the credit card retains the power to light up its LED. That information though was not shared by Razer. That's that keep that tight to the chest.
Sure.
Also, we're not really sure what the interest rates are for that yet either.
27%.
Users who get selected for the beta will be eligible for 10% cash back in the Razer store and Razer Gold purchases, as well as gamified card beta rewards where users can complete tasks, level up, and possibly even redeem up to $2,000 worth of Razer gear and free computer upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Razer.
Good job. Good job, Razer. We appreciate you. All right. Mine is let me get in there. This one's kind of long.
Good.
Headline is 67-year-old lady ninja says she put the hurt on a Fontana intruder.
Good.
Lorenza Marujo says she plans to freshen up her martial arts skills. I'm getting rusty in places, the 67-year-old Fontana resident said Wednesday. That might have been good news then for 59-year-old Donald Robert Prestwood when he assaulted Marujo's 87-year-old neighbor on Monday. According to police, Marujo, who said she is a black belt, used the martial arts training she learned long ago to subdue Prestwood. She left him yelping in pain, even if Marujo thought her technique could use improvement. I would have done more damage to him, she said. Prestwood was arrested on suspicion of elder abuse and was being held in at West Valley Detention Center in Rancho Cucamonga in lieu of a $150,000 bail. On Thursday, he pleaded not guilty to the charge. Marujo was born in San Bernardino. You all right there?
I bumped my knee. It hurt a lot. I'm okay. I'm not gonna cry.
Okay.
I'm gonna think about it though.
She studied criminal justice at Chaffey College with the hope of becoming a crime scene investigator or lawyer. Along the way, she trained in jiu-jitsu from about 1981 to 2007. So she trained for 26 years. I needed it in case I had the close encounter of the bad kind, Marujo said. I prefer to be called Lady Ninja.
I want to be called Lady Ninja.
Yeah, this is real long, but basically she talks about how she trained in jiu-jitsu and she beat the fuck out of this dude who broke into this 80-something-year-old guy's house. She fucked him up and he got arrested. She looks unassuming.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, she doesn't look like she'd whoop your ass, but apparently she can. So there's that.
Love it.
Mm-hmm. There it is. Bloody, are you ready? We are doing This Week in Dumb. This week's This Week in Dumb is going to be horror comedies, because it is the month of, horror times, like spoopy times.
This is actually the Rotten Tomatoes game.
Or yeah, what did I say?
Not this week. You said This Week in Dumb.
Oh, I'm sorry. Rotten Tomatoes game.
Idiot.
God, I'm so stupid.
Friendship over.
Ugh.
You're too dumb to be friends with.
But yeah, Rotten Tomatoes game. This Rotten Tomatoes game is going to be horror comedies.
I love horror comedies.
And, we whittled it down to movies that you've actually seen, which was a chore in and of itself.
I've seen a lot. It's just those. You just asked me about 3. Yeah, I mean, did you throw in Satanic Panic? Because that's a riot.
I didn't.
You could have.
But
Did you put in Necrotronic? That's another good one.
Nope.
I like horror comedies. That one was a good one too. Do you remember the chick from The Matrix 2 and 3? And she was also in Tears from the Sun.
Oh yeah, Monica. What's her name?
Yeah. That's super hot.
Monica Bellucci?
Yeah, Monica Bellucci. Yes.
Yeah. Necrotronic. She's in that. She's like one of the main villains.
Well, worth a watch then.
She's a demon. Fucking awesome.
Love that.
You can use my Shudder account to watch it. It's fantastic.
What's that, babe?
Anna is the best. She's naked in there.
Marie said Mylena is the best because she's naked in there.
What is it? What movie?
Mylena.
Mylena.
I mean, what movie is
It's
for
an Italian
those?
movie.
Oh,
What website? Just so I know not to
just
go there.
specifically.
Like specifically.
How long into the movie, roughly, do I have to sit through to be able to see this? And hypothetically,
Just so I know I can skip over it in case my parents are in the room.
yeah.
That's pretty.
All right, so horror comedies. That's what we're going with. That's what we're going.
Yeah.
Bloody.
That's
you
what we're
ready?
doing.
Let's do it.
I'm always
All
ready,
right.
baby. Let's go.
First film. A teenage girl and her younger brother must survive a wild 24 hours during which a mass hysteria of unknown origin causes parents to turn violent against their own kids. Directed by Brian Taylor and starring Nicolas Cage, Selma Blair, and the legendary Lance Henriksen. I'm talking about 2017's Mom and Dad. Hey, you knock that shit off right now.
Hey, relax. I got up early today. I like this movie. This was the first movie that I saw Nicolas Cage in where I didn't think that it was a complete fucking train wreck. It was a good movie. I actually even Googled it after watching it to learn more. You know what I mean? Because it was like they don't really explain much, and they don't need to.
They don't.
Like, just roll with it. Like,
it
why
is
not?
what it is. Like with this movie, it is 100%. What you see is what you get. There's
Like, if you're gonna want to know, they're not going to explain at all why. Like, they tell you kind of how. Like, they heard the radio, so now they got to go kill their kids.
Oh, and that's
all
where
you
Nick
need to know.
Cage, where he fucks up the boyfriend. That was the most
it.
Nick Cage thing where he's like, bam, and just
Loved
fucking
it.
slams
He's
his face
out.
into the
He's
floor.
done.
I'm like, oh yes.
Shoots, he scores. One shot. All he needs is one shot.
Quit that.
Real War Hamster. Welcome in. Nick Cage starring as Nick Cage. Yes. And is it SuttySmash or Sutty's Mash? Fair question.
That is a fair question. Maybe if you didn't make it all capital, it'd be a lot easier to discern.
I cut and pasted your shit this time, bro.
Did you though? Fucking capitals.
It's
Anyway.
SuttySmash.
SuttySmash.
There we go. The Smash. I liked this movie. I think it was original. It was exciting. It's kind of like the Happening type scenario, but I'm good with it. And let's go with, I'm going to say fresh. And I'm going to say, this is going to be hard because I almost just want to tell you 40% across the board. Run it through the garden and see how I do.
Okay.
But I'm going to play the game as it should be played.
I wish you would.
Fresh 62%.
62. That's not the worst because it was actually fresh and certified so, believe it or not. Certified so at 75%.
I'll
Not
take
bad.
13 on a Nick Cage movie.
Yeah,
that's not
13
bad.
on a Nick Cage movie. That's not a bad go around,
That's
man.
a pretty good win.
That's pretty solid. Nick Cage actually said that this was his favorite movie that he's filmed in 10 years. So from the 10 years prior to him filming this movie, like this is the favorite one that he's filmed. There's a lot. Like Nick Cage has done a lot of shit films.
He's been
this was
busy.
his favorite. Yeah, he's been very busy. Just you gotta pay the bills, man.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
And in one scene, Cage's character has a quick flashback into his younger years where he is driving recklessly with a topless woman straddling him. This sequence is also used for Christopher Maloney's character Nick Sachs in Happy, Season 2, Episode 1, The War on Easter, when he has a flashback into his younger years during a sit-down with his daughter's teacher. Brian Taylor, the director of this movie, actually directed both the movie and that episode. So they tie in together. So that's fun.
That's funny. Yeah, I've seen both. Very good.
Yeah. Dude, I loved that show.
That makes sense to me.
I like that show a lot. It was very good. So next up, a washed-up musician teams up with a teacher and a kids show personality to protect young children from a sudden outbreak of zombies. Directed by Abe Forsyth, starring Lupita Nyong'o and Josh Gad. I'm talking about 2019's Little Monsters.
This was a 2019 BS Award nominee for Best Horror Film, and I think it's actually for Best Comedy as well. They were both on the list. It made it twice. I don't think it won them.
It didn't.
I don't remember.
It didn't.
No, because it was the Swedish film that won for Best Horror. It was fun. Super good movie. The guy who voiced Olaf is in it. He is
Josh
a
Gad,
womanizing, like
drug
kids.
using, like kids' personality. Yeah, it was so
personality. He's been fucking all the moms. That was good. It was so funny. It was an endearing movie. I liked it. Easy to get in with the characters. This was a good movie. This is going to be fresh at 71%.
Not bad. Not bad, man. This one is indeed fresh. Certified so, again, at actually 80%. So 9 on that one. You got a good game going so far. Originally, the producers couldn't get the rights to use Taylor Swift's Shake It Off song in the film, as they were denied by the record label. Lupita Nyong'o is a big fan of the song and saw it as a pivotal part of the screenplay, which led her to personally get in touch with Taylor Swift to explain why the song was important to her and the narrative, after which Taylor Swift granted her the rights. So they were able to use it in the movie, which it was pretty solid. Like, it was a pretty solid inclusion in the movie.
Taylor Swift just seems really likable. You know what I mean?
America's sweetheart, Taylor Swift.
You could have a beer with that chick and it'd be fun.
Unless you're dating her, apparently. Then there's problems.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't date her.
Oh.
All right, you ready for your next one?
Yeah.
All right. The spirits of a deceased couple are harassed by an unbearable family that has moved into their home and hire a malicious spirit to drive them out. Directed by Tim Burton, starring Michael Keaton, Alec Baldwin, Gina Davis, and Winona Ryder. I am talking, of course, of 1988's Beetlejuice.
Holy fuck, I forgot about this movie. This one's easy. It's going to be fresh. Hella fresh. This is one of, I think, the best Michael Keaton performances you're ever going to see.
It's real good. I didn't know. Here's the thing. I didn't know it was Michael Keaton until years after I had seen this movie for the first time. I was that's Batman?
That's fucking the multiplicity guy.
That's how old I am. I'm like, that's Batman.
Yeah. I liked Beetlejuice. A young Winona Ryder too, where she was young and gothy in all the right ways.
And what's her name? Redheaded lady from Schitt's Creek.
Oh, Catherine O'Hara.
Catherine O'Hara. Catherine O'Hara's in there too.
Yeah. Great movie. I'm gonna say fresh, definitely certified so. I'm gonna go real hard on it since I got plenty of room. Going for the -5. 87%.
Oh God! Oh, so close. It is fresh, certified so again at it's actually 84%. So you just so close there, man. Yeah, 3 on that one. When Adam and Barbara are in the office, a voice on the PA system announces, "Flight 409 is arriving at Gate 3." United Airlines Flight 409 crashed into a mountain in Wyoming on October 6, 1955, killing all passengers and crew aboard. At the time, it was one of the worst plane crashes in history. 3 plane crashes in 1955 had a total of 66 casualties. To this day, nobody knows why it crashed, but if you remember in the scene where they were doing the intake at the DMV of the dead, they announced that, which was a little fun thing in there. The visual effects budget was also just $1 million, which is a major factor in Tim Burton deciding to make the effects look as tacky and B-movie as possible. And I don't remember, I remember them being fairly tacky, but they were still fairly good for the time. For being in the 80s, they weren't the worst fucking. It was still very much claymation and shit, but most special effects were that in the 80s, But yeah, I liked it. Next up, a nerdy florist finds his chance for success and romance with the help of a giant man-eating plant who demands to be fed. Fuck, I didn't get the directed by, but starring Rick Moranis. I'm talking about 1986's Little Shop of Horrors.
Please, more.
Feed me, Seymour. Yeah.
Oh man, this was another really, really, really good movie. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the fun thing. I don't know if you know this about me. Fucking hate musicals. I hate them, all of them. Like, but what about Bloody? What about? I probably don't like it. Like, what about Chicago? No, didn't
What
like
about
it.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Don't like it.
Okay. That was on the list. It got trimmed, but it was on the list.
But Little Shop of Horrors, I like that movie.
Dude, I love Little Shop of Horrors.
Suddenly
Seymour.
I think it's because the music was just so undeniably good that it helped a lot. I'm going to say...
Frank Oz. Directed by Frank Oz. Sorry. Frank
Oh,
Oz.
that's going to change my opinion.
Yeah, well, here you go.
Fresh. Definitely. Certified so. 93.
Oh, God. So close again. So close again, man. It is absolutely fresh. And certified so. Because, I mean, it has the legendary Rick Moranis in it. Not only Rick Moranis, it's got Rick Moranis. It has, Bill Murray. And it has, what's his name? From, The Jerk. Steve Martin. Steve Martin. Yeah, Steve Martin's in it as well as the dentist. Thank you, baby. Thank you. But yeah, so it is absolutely certified fresh at 90%. So another 3 on that one, man. You were doing really well. Really well.
It's a good game.
So the dentist office originally was more grungy and blood splattered to, speak to the nature of the dentist or of that particular dentist. But those details didn't go over well with test audiences. The set was cleaned up and the scenes reshot for the final film. Bill Murray's scene in the waiting room was filmed as scripted, but there was virtually no written dialogue for his character when he got into the dentist chair.
You're saying, man.
Except for ecstatic cries of pleasure, because it was Bill Murray. It's fucking Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Bill Murray in his prime.
He doesn't need a script. You're fine.
Yeah, so
tell him what his motivation is.
Over the course of the 2 days that it filmed, Murray kept riffing various ad-libs, which presented a challenge for the editor to assemble a coherent version of the scene. But yeah, it's fucking Bill Murray. It's just like, just give it to me. Fucking getting in there. I love that whole movie, but that particular scene was fucking solid. Also, speaking to the dentist again, the dental tools used in Oren's office during Bill Murray's famous scene would again appear in Tim Burton's 1989 Batman. There are the tools used on Jack Nicholson's character Joker after he fell into the chemicals rather. Coincidentally, Little Shop of Horrors was in 1960. The original was Nicholson's first ever movie role in which he plays the masochistic patient. Fun fact.
That was a fact and fun.
Mm-hmm. And how? Are you ready for this is your last film, man? Fucking solid so far. Fucking solid. Where are we? The next great psycho horror slasher has given a documentary clue exclusive access to his life as he plans his reign of terror over the sleepy town of Glen Echo. Directed by Scott Glosserman, starring Nathan Basil, Robert Englund, and Scott Wilson. I'm talking about Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon from 2006.
This one's going to be harder because I don't know how many reviews it even got.
Yeah.
Because it's newer and
it's not. It's 2006. It's 14 years old.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
I just saw it for the first time the other day, so it's very fresh for me.
Like it was on Netflix when I watched it, when Netflix had the 5-star rating, which was vastly superior to the thumbs up, thumbs down rating that they have right now.
Yeah. I saw it on Shudder Thursday for the first time, and I really, really enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was a really fun way to do any type of like horror movie, in the sense that it was like first person like documentary for the first 2/3, and for that third act, it was then standard film, like where it's and that transition of they put the camera down and then boom, like now you're experiencing it from an omniscient presence versus first person. This was a really, really fun movie. If you haven't seen it, see it. Like I said, it's on Shudder, which is so cheap you might as well just get it anyway for $4.99 a month. Like,
yeah.
Anyway, great film. I thought it was really, really interesting. I'm going to say it's probably not as fresh as the others.
Okay.
I'm going to come in at... I mean, I got plenty of room. I could choke on this one and still have a great game. So I'm going to try and kind of protect my score the best I can with... I'm actually going to say this one is rotten at 52%.
52?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you chose poorly there, man, because it is actually also fresh and certified. So this might be the first Rotten Tomatoes game that we've done where all of the entries are certified fresh.
No problem about that.
And it is fresh at 76%.
Okay.
Because it was very
what, 50?
it was a very original concept, man, and I that's what I enjoyed. I enjoyed the most about it is I was like, oh fuck, like this is like how to be a serial, like how to be a fucking slasher film character. And
I thought it was cool how they referred to like at all of the people who were like Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger.
Dude, there were references all through the
even
whole
Chucky,
fucking movie.
They're all real people.
Robert Englund was in the movie.
He was in it. And
in the movie.
It was way better than it had to be.
Yeah, and, it was way better than I put it on one night when I was in my apartment just as something to fall asleep to, and then I stayed up till 2 a.m. watching it because I was like, man,
that was great.
This is real good.
I picked it kind of at random too when I just was like,
nobody seeks this movie out. This isn't one of those movies where like people are like, oh, I need to see this. It's just one of those movies that you find and you watch and you're like, oh shit, this is really good.
Yeah.
So fun fact about this is, like we were just saying, there are several character names that are references to classic horror films. Excuse me. For instance, Doc Halloran is a mashup of Danny Torrance's nickname Doc in The Shining and Dick Halloran from the same movie, and Jamie being a reference to Jamie Lee Curtis, who was the final girl in several slasher movies such as Halloween and Prom Night. There were also little bits throughout the movie that were also specific references to several horror movies as well, but those character names were exactly that. But yeah, Bloody, how do you think you did, man?
I think it was just fine.
And
me, Mike, Fred, and Jay, we did great.
So you finished up at an astounding 52 on this horror comedy entry, man.
Which is fine.
Horror comedy entry of Rotten Tomatoes game, 52 points. Goddamn, you're so good at this game now. I feel like you've watched me do it enough that you've kind of leached off of my, my prowess. And,
I think you had a healthy dose of beginner's luck. The descent's worn off.
Beginner's luck that was a year long. Like it was a year long beginner's
I
luck.
said healthy dose.
All right. Jesus.
Hey, next week though, we'll keep it going.
Bring it, man. Bring it. Please do.
And you're not.
But,
I won't make it as hard as I possibly can either.
No, do, man, because you like we did that before and it was I still did well. So I mean,
Oh, that's right. It was the
bring the fucking heat.
bring the pain.
If he dies, he dies.
It dies.
But yeah, man, that's it. That's the lot of it. That's the bulk of the whole everything we do.
I feel good about it.
You want to rein it in?
Yeah, man. This election season,
Oh Jesus!
make sure you vote.
Yeah, vote.
And
Marie's voting for me.
do a good job. And other than that, seriously though, vote.
Do you remember
Things
the
are
whole
always-
campaign from back in the day where all the celebrities like, don't vote? Do you remember that?
No.
I always think about that, and they're like filming it, and they're like, don't vote. What do you mean? And then I remember Zach Braff is like, don't vote. Wait, Tommy Cruise? Tommy Cruise said don't vote? I'll find it. I'll put it right here. But
Okay.
it's
But,
a thing that happened at one point. But go ahead.
Hey man, you gotta fight for your right to vote.
Do you though?
That was from Tommy Boy. Or Black Sheep, rather.
Oh, yeah.
They got him on MTV. Kill Whitey. Anyway, times are bad, things are awful, but remember, we're here to entertain you. My name's Bloody the Elf. This guy over here is hetero life partner.
SuttySmash. Oh, I'm sorry. Telling you guys to, always keep it posy. I'm just titling this updated tag as Ghost Adventures Roleplay.